Today's Toy Spot, we're having a look at the Kenner Star Wars Return of the Jedi Classic Series, Wicket. I know Spot really doesn't review a lot of Star Wars figures. There's certain figures, though, that when I see them, I really want to pick them up. I've always been a big fan of Wicket, and I didn't actually find this guy in retail. I ended up having to go online, and I picked him up off eBay. But I've always wanted a Wicket figure. I think I had a Wicket when I was very young. Of course, it was the vintage, the original vintage Ewok. But yeah, this guy looks very awesome indeed. On the side, Warwick Davis playing the small heroic Ewok. There's also a Boba Fett. Boba Fett with purchase of any 5 Star Wars figures. See details inside. Now, it says it features the vintage packaging from Kenner. Obviously, this isn't a Kenner piece. I really like the fact that they're going on the vintage cards. On the back of the package, they're actually showing you, right up at the top here, what the original Wicket looked like. I don't know if it was, maybe it wasn't Wicket, maybe it was low grade that I had. Original Wicket card. The read-up says, celebrate the legendary Star Wars saga that changed the universe forever by taking us to a galaxy far, far away. Iconic Star Wars heroes and villains are captured with his incredible detail and premium features. May the Force be with you. Down below, other characters you can pick are the Gamorrean Guard, Yoda, Luke Skywalker, Rebel Commander, and R2-D2. This comes to us now from the folks over at Hasbro. I can't wait to get this opened up. We're going to take a break and come back. We're going to have a better look at Wicket. There's definitely more heading your way, guys. Stay tuned. And just before we have a look at Wicket, here's the pamphlet where I can send away and get myself a Boba Fett for an exclusive rocket-firing Boba Fett. Expiry, oh, there we go, April 30th, 2011. Spot missed his chance. Oh, shucks. That's alright. I got Wicket. It's cool. It's cool. You know what? Before we have a look at Wicket, some of the accessories that he comes with, for starters, he comes with a small spear. Handcrafted, not by myself, but by the Ewoks. Translated very well by Hasbro. You can see a little stone sharpened on the end of the spear and tied off with a rope. Right there. You can even see where the Ewoks have tied off a small knot. Fine work, Ewok. Fine work. You also get yourself a small sash, a little small bag that you can put on Wicket. Like so. I say like so, but I really haven't done anything with it. I suppose you could just kind of put it over his arm or what have you. And lastly, you get yourself a cloak. Maybe my Star Wars isn't what it was, but I don't remember why Ewok or why Wicket would have a green one. Not unless you want to mix and match and you want to reuse this body and make yourself a different Ewok. I don't know. But you can take his current hood off, his little Ewok hoodie. Just have to finagle it around his ears, like so. And then you can put this on. Now you have to kind of move his arm out, his little Ewok arm. And you have to put his cloak on, but you have to get this strap around his arm, like so. Not the easiest task. I'm certainly up for the challenge. And we can get it on like so. Now, I don't know why the green cloak. Again, I'm sure somebody can tell me down below. Maybe it's a comic appearance that he had. I don't know. Maybe we're just making a female or another Ewok. Maybe that's what it is. You're just making another Ewok. Unless he went on secret missions and maybe he wore the green cloak. I mean, for me, of the two, I would definitely have Wicket in his original brown cloak. So after all that, We're not going to get this back off. I'm the frustrated parent that has just finished dressing my child, son or daughter, doesn't really matter, and the child has now told me, I'm dressed him for winter time, the child has now told me I gotta go to the bathroom. You been there? Maybe not necessarily dressing your child, but maybe you've been there yourself. Mom gets you all ready to go outside for a winter day, and she's like, you just say, oh no, and Mom's like, what's the matter? I gotta go to the bathroom, and she's like, I just spent the last 5 hours getting these clothes on you, these jackets and your snow pants, all that, and you have to go to the bathroom. There we go. Yeah, it looks a lot nicer. And you know what? Nothing to take away from the cloak, but I like this much better on Wicket. Likeness-wise, he's awesome. I think they did such a great job on him. It's like the eyes even follow you. Am I the only one that's seeing that? The coloring is nice vibrant color. Got the brown, and really I like the coloring on the fur. Even on the brown itself, they put extra paint on the fur itself, so it's not just a straight brown. He's even got pads on the undersides of his feet, little Ewok feet. You know what? Say what you want. I've never had a problem with the Ewoks at all. Gungans, on the other hand, didn't like Gungans. And somebody would say, well, the Ewoks were just as bad. No, the Ewoks were awesome. How they were able to defeat stormtroopers with rocks, well, that's a different story altogether. But you know what? Ewoks are frickin' awesome. Battle for Endor, that rocked. The spear, as you can see, can go in his hand very well. I'm not quite sure this part right here doesn't sit very well. Maybe it goes, maybe I would have to take his head off and kind of just put that on, put the head back on, put the, the cloak back on, and call it a day. I won't do that, but you can see it's right there. Just imagine, use your imagination, it's right there. Articulation, now, I guess some of it would be slightly hindered by his head. I mean, you can move his head up and down, left and right. I guess it's not too bad. The cloak kind of goes with it. The little hoodie he's got goes with it. I don't have to worry too much about it. Arms on a nice hinge, so they rotate out. Forward, back. He has a rotation in the hand. His legs go forward. There's a little hinge, a little tiny hinge. There we go. Forward, back, out. Rotation and hinge in the foot. That moves back and forth. So, you know what? For the size of him, he is very articulated. No waist swivel or anything like that, but I'm not too devastated by no waist swivel. In fact, that might even break up the sculpt on his little Ewok tummy. I don't want that happening. Yeah, I think I'm really impressed with this figure, and I'm glad. Unfortunately, I paid a little more for him. Don't even ask what Spot paid for him. It's ridiculous. But I am happy that I picked him up. Little tiny Wicket. I'm going to give him a 9. Fine work, Hasbro. Fine work. I wish I still had my original Ewoks. Sadly, they are just a bitter memory. But I'm happy, though, I picked up Ewok. A little Ewok Wicket. Today's Toy Spot, we're having a look at the Hasbro Kenner Vintage Star Wars Return of the Jedi Collection. We're having a look today at Little Wicket. Thanks for watching, guys, and stay tuned. Spot's got more spots heading your way. See you guys next time.